All right, Mech Warriors, this vlog is for you. The Tactica here, we're going to explore, build that checklist, how to destroy enemy mechs. You've just completed your training, you've completed your run with the Chameleon, and now you're taking over part of a Lance as a medium mech. Or maybe, on the opposite side, Mech Command, you're in the mobile HQ, and the commander's going to step back a little bit and let you direct the Recon Lance. So this idea in Battletech, being a war game, we're trying to destroy opposing units. We're trying to blow up other mechs while at the same time minimize the losses for us. How do we do that? Now, the easiest way, of course, is to roll a lot of dice and get a little bit lucky, but we're going to try and influence the luck. We're going to explore that because there is a random element to Battletech, and this is true of all war games. Most of the time you shoot and a mech takes some damage if you don't miss, but every now and then there's a headshot or a lucky crit or just some sort of wackiness happens in the fog of war. We're going to try and embrace that a little bit and minimize that on our end. But ultimately, the layer goes much, much deeper, and this is true of any war game, but I'm focusing in specifically on Battletech and the narrative of how that game structure is. We're going to try and tip the favor in our odds. Now, what this is going to let you do is by destroying opposing mechs, and I'm saying mechs right now, but of course, we could be looking total warfare and going into infantry and vehicles and layering different things over. It's going to allow you to accomplish that mission. If you're a merc, you're going to get paid. If you're part of one of the houses, that glory is going to go up and you're going to upgrade from a medium mech to an assault mech. And if you're a mech commander, right, up and up and up. So we're doing everything we can not to join the rank of the dispossessed. All right, we've got that framework. The first thing, and we're looking at optimal situations. I should say that, right? We're looking at, in a way, a simulation. Obviously, on the actual tabletop, the hex map, your opponent is going to be trying to counter you. They're going to be trying to do different things. So, of course, the mission also, and the mechs at your command. But what we're looking to do is looking to leverage this, to actively do this. Now, I need to sidebar for a moment. I do. This is an important wargaming concept. This is an important Battletech concept if we want to even begin to do this. And this explanation is my own terminology. Certainly, I didn't invent it, but I watched it enough over the years in different wargaming systems, especially with competitive wargaming, watching winners win and saying to myself, okay, look, they understand the rules, but what are they doing to increase that win? So I'm going to put my spin, my terminology on it, and of course you'll adapt it. We'll layer that over, and this is going to be the lead-in for Battletech here. Active versus passive players. Active versus passive. We want to be active. An active player is one that goes into the game, in this case Battletech, with a mental checklist of what they're going to do, a plan of what they're going to do, and they push forward and enact that plan regardless of outside factors, the opponent, the dice. They push that. They become active. They push that. I don't want to say aggressive because this is a friendly game. It's a war game. We're having fun together. But motivated, committed, right? Whatever terminology we want to use. This isn't, I go in with my 5 action points and first turn, right, my opponent gets a lucky shot, blows off my mech's leg, and it's like, oh, what do I do now? And you go off the script and you're running around the hex map. No, here's the plan. This is what we're doing. Commit to it. Active. A passive player is one that reacts to the opponent. Okay, I've got a good fortification. I'm dominating midfield. I've got my support mechs in a good position for LRM fire. I've got my scouts forward. I hang out. Okay. Oh, you're attacking me. Okay, I'll defend. Oh, you're moving a Jenner up my flank. Okay, I better counter it over there. You're always 1, 2, or 3 steps behind. You're passive. You're going with what the opponent or the mission is giving you. You're always going to be a turn behind. So being active forces your opponent to react. So with this, now we're jumping back to Battletech. With this active versus passive focus, this checklist, we're going to be looking to leverage it. And it might be a giant hammer that we smash, hammer and anvil, or it could be something a little more song and dance, iron and silk, and a little bit more finesse. You'll find your own play style to layer over it. So the first thing is in destroying mechs, 3-1, 4-1. We're talking lance versus lance right now. Obviously, if it scales out, those numbers go up. I am looking to target one mech. I am looking to target, based on what my opponent gives me, what is, in the current round, the easiest mech to potentially destroy. I focus on that one mech and I destroy it. This is kind of very important because initiative in Battletech, we're going to hold that for a moment. The mistake that many new players make is, and again, we're illustrating lance versus lance, right? Pick 4 mechs, I pick 4 mechs. Don't worry about battle value or tonnage. You're like, Fritz, I've got 4 heavy mechs. Okay, whatever, right? I've got a medium, a light, 2 heavies. You know one's going to be a Marauder. You know one's going to be a Warhammer. Just got to do it. Got to do it right there, right? Light might be Irby. It doesn't matter that tactical, but 4 on 4. The mistake we don't want to make is like my medium shoots at your medium and maybe my heavy tries to fire at your light, and we're spreading out all that damage over multiple mechs. Visualize your 4 mechs, and if we have enough dice, imagine like putting out the dice to hit for each weapon that could potentially fire. And let's say it's medium range, right? So we'll get most of our weapons. That dice pool, you want to put that dice pool and now put it in front of one opposing mech. All shots on that mech. If you dilute it, you might hit, you might miss, you scratch off some armor bubbles. You didn't really accomplish much. 3 on 1, 4 on 1, everything on one shot. Now, the optimal is the optimal, right? I'd love to fire my entire lance on a light mech, but maybe that light mech is hanging back wisely, and the only thing really in effective range is that assault mech. Then I'm going to pile it all on there. Probably not destroy it this round, but really put the hurt. So you're looking to focus your fire and commit that fire until that machine is destroyed. You've got your lance, I've got my lance. I fire everything at your medium mech over 2 turns. I do a lot of damage on you. You pull that machine back. I can't pursue it, right? You pull it back to your lines. Okay, what's the next target? I didn't destroy that mech, but I took it out of play. So really focusing. Don't make the mistake of just like fire this, fire that, shoot here, shoot that. Identify the weakest target that's in range. Could be an assault mech, could be something else. Fire. Try to engage 2, 3, 4 mechs on that. Focus fire, take it out. Now, by dropping a mech, the idea is I want to drop a mech as quickly as I can in Battletech. And by dropping a mech, 2 things are going to happen. Going back to that dice pool of dice of shots that we're putting out virtually, that means now that whole pool of dice is just gone. Whether it's a medium, a heavy, or an assault, it's gone. It's never coming back. Your opponent is also down an initiative point, right? You're down an initiative point on there. That's huge too. Now you might have some counters, mobile HQ and infantry to stack, but losing initiative, losing material in Battletech is massive. We're eliminating the shots and we're doing that. We're getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Now, the second aspect, if we have to rank them, we're trying to do both at the same time. But if I have to choose, it goes back to active versus passive. I'm going to be active and try and blow you up. The other thing that I'm trying to do at the same time is minimize your ability to blow me up, to fire back. So I'm looking, and again, this is virtual, easier said than done. Sometimes against a good player, a hard mission, kind of a wacky map, you're like, I'm Fritz, I'm trying, I hear you. I hear Mech Command, I'm doing it, but I'm taking a lot of fire here, and what do? This is the optimal checklist. We're going to do the best we can. But at least if we're aware of it, we're shifting towards an active paradigm. Looking at this idea, and now I'm going to focus all my fire, 3-1, 4-1 engage, meaning 3 mechs of mine are 4 on one target. Again, could be a mech, could be a vehicle, could be infantry, whatever that's going to be. And what I'm looking to do is minimize return fire. So can I move in such a way that I'm out of a primary firing arc? Can I move into such a way where I can get side or rear? Can I move in such a way where I have a choice if I'm looking at my Warhammer, like, yeah, I'd like to be up close and blast you with everything. But if all you have is medium shots, then you know what? If I stay back in range, I can plink at you with those PPCs and not have any shots back. So understanding range, understanding facing. I'm walking this line of focusing on you with everything I have, but trying to minimize that return fire, that return stacking. If I had to choose, though, right, we're on that hex map, like we're hanging out in the middle and we're just blasting away, then I always choose damage first, active versus passive. That's the number one Battletech tactic. Now, over that, of course, layering on the mission, layering on any reserves, layering on combined arms, multi-vectors of attack. So I've got my mechs going forward. I've also got air support, ideally. It doesn't have to be tons of battle value. It's not like, 10K battle value. I can put together a nice little package for 5K. Ground forces moving forward, infantry, air in support, artillery, right? Other ways of actively attacking my opponent, layering those over. Those things are all important. But those are effective tactica only if you understand this primary one. And it's so important in Battletech. I mean, it's important in all war games, but it's so important in Battletech because the two cores of Battletech is a mech has multiple weapon profiles. We're not talking about historical where I've got one shot with my rifle. Certain mechs have a lot of shots, a lot of firepower. Heavies, even some mediums. If I eliminate that, if I drop one, that is a massive drop in volume of dice. And then the initiative system of Battletech being simultaneous, right? Declaring shots and then moving and stuff like that, that's huge. If we can drop a mech, or I should say a unit, that is huge. So those are specific points to Battletech victory, whether you're a mech commander or a mech warrior.